And we are live. Welcome to the Titan Masters episode 4. I am Harold Ruiz, also known as Figuremaniashow.
And I'm Akira Jo.
Hi, Akira.
And today we have our second special guest, Kaiju.Pu, also known as Isaiah Rickard. Thank you for coming on the show, buddy. It's an honor to having you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure's all mine. I do appreciate you guys having me here today. Seriously, this is big.
Cool, buddy.
It's good
cool.
to see you,
yes.
man.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
Finally get to talk to you. Yeah. All right, now, Isaiah, where are you in the States right now?
So, quick background on me. I'm originally from Ohio. Everyone knows me now as the military, which moved me down to North Carolina, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. So I'm in the East Coast area right now, currently. And yeah, that's where I'm stationed for the next 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool, man. So, all right, let's get into the interview portion then. Okay, so, okay, Isaiah, how did you get into Godzilla and Evangelion?
Oh, man. So it actually started with just viewing you guys' work, right? So I seen the first picture I've ever seen of yours, Harold, or Figuremania, was the collab you did with the Shin Godzilla and the metal build of Evangelion Unit 1. And that's
yeah.
scene of yours. I'm like, man, Godzilla I already knew about, but then the Eva I had no clue about. So I was just like, I was always curious on exactly, what is it from? What is it? It just looks really cool. And then from there, I did my research, and then I'm like, no, it looks cool. Not something I would really get into because it was just like, I wasn't big in anime at the time. But as I went forward, I started getting into like figure photography. I started like to peek back in because I seen all the time the collaboration between Shin and Evangelion, because the director or the creator of Evangelion was now directing Shin Godzilla, and that's how it kind of all came about. And then obviously the work of both Akira and Patrick also helped me in that way. So that's how I really got it. And then obviously growing up, I was introduced, but really getting serious with it was after joining Instagram and creating the Kaiju page. So
Cool. Yeah. So Akira had a question for you about your page. Do you want to ask him?
Yeah, actually, first things first. How do you pronounce your the name Kaiju.Pu or what?
Yeah, so everyone mixes it up. It says Kaiju.Pu, but the Pu part is actually my last name, which is Puyeya.
Okay.
Pronounces it every which way, but my last name is Puyeya, so I was just like, I'm not too creative with names, but Kaiju.Pu is perfect, because Pu was my nickname as a kid, and that's how
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, now I understand. Okay, good. All right, so so you kind of alluded to this already. What made you want to start toy photography, Isaiah?
So my passion in cinematography is what essentially started wanting to get into camera works and whatnot. And I remember, we all love the rubber suits and everything, but I think what really got me wanting to start, obviously besides, the inspiration from your guys' work, was watching Godzilla 2014 and just seeing what I like so much about kaiju photography is that it's so different than regular photography, because the size, the perspective you get to introduce into this, rather than the human perspective, is beautiful and it's different. Something unique to just kaiju photography in itself. And then that, and then I love monsters. Everyone loves monsters, right? Everyone likes watching monsters beat the crap out of each other. But capturing that in in a way where it's like there's symmetry, the composition is on. That's what kind of got me into that. If that makes sense. I feel like I kind of went off tangent, but
no, that's good. So let's just acknowledge a few people that are in the chat right now. So we got Alan Parma, from the Philippines. What's going on, brother? And we also have Akira Nandos. Okay, hello, welcome. Thank you for coming.
Another Akira.
Another Akira.
thought that was just a movie. I never really thought it was a team. You know, I always knew Akira for the movie Akira. So
Yeah, yeah, like yeah. So okay, so which artists have been your biggest influence, Isaiah?
well, I mean, I'm talking to all three of them right now. You guys were definitely the main ones. The way you guys capture color, obviously the composition, the angles you guys take. I mean, to this day, I still go back and look at the older work, newer work, and just like take notes from there. Um, and because it's our work is mostly tangible, so I always look to people who do it tangibly. But I mean, now there's like a growth of people who I look at now. But obviously, the main three are you guys because I communicate, and then also Brandon Source Rec, his creative colorways also help influence me to step outside the box with some things. But I took most of my guidance from you guys, you three, and yeah, that's where I get most of my inspiration, all that.
Cool, honored, buddy, honored. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Thanks, Isaiah.
yeah, yeah.
Thank you, man.
So where do you find the inspirations for shots? Like everybody gets inspirations from different forms of media. Like for me, I like I look at comic books, I look at art, you know what I mean? So what about you? Where do you get your inspirations for shots?
My main focus when I take shots nowadays is ensuring that I have a human perspective in it. So I always like capturing, so you can have like an understanding or feel of the scale. I try to do as much as I can with those little tiny, was it 1/44 scale. So I watch like a lot of kaiju movies. Obviously Godzilla is the biggest one we have right now, and then I go back and watch Pacific Rim. Cloverfield was a decent one. You have the second Pacific Rim, and then you have all these like artists around, but it's mostly like because I like composition. I'm actually studying symmetry right now, so I can like intrigue. I really like pleasing to the eye, so I study movies a lot as well, and that's most what I do for like my main inspirations because I want to create cinema one day. My goal after photography is to make a movie, a kaiju movie in my own entirety with real actors, CGI, and all that cool stuff. But so that's how I practice. I take a look at movies mostly, especially 2014 Godzilla. Even though everyone hates it, I just love the angles and different perspectives that I get.
I agree. I mean that's a lot of people don't like that movie, but I keep going back to that movie because the way Godzilla was shot was just so awesome. You know what I mean? So I love seeing you notice like a lot of my shots are directly inspired from that movie. You know what I mean? Because I just think that the census scale was captured so well. You know what I mean? Even though that there wasn't a lot of screen time for Godzilla, but like when he was on the screen, it was special. You know what I mean? So and that's what I really really like. And even like with Godzilla versus Kong, you got a lot of those you got a lot of those shots, you know what I mean? Like that census scale and stuff like that. It was just so amazing, you know what I mean? Like King of the Monsters, that it was lost a little bit, you know what I mean? But I think Godzilla versus Kong captured it really well, but only when it was like in the human world. But if you notice, like when they go down to Hollow Earth, all of a sudden it kind of feels like everything, it's like being on Cybertron, you know what I mean? So like for Transformers on Cybertron, everything is scaled to them, you know what I mean? So, and for us, we'd be tiny, you know what I mean? But like in our world, they're the giants and we're still the tiny ones, you know what I mean? So it kind of felt that, which was kind of cool actually, you know what I mean? So that's what I enjoyed.
Yeah. That's why I'm scared. Like everyone's like, take the humans out. But I'm like, if you really think about it, humans is what make you feel like you're in a kaiju movie. Because they're the people looking at these giant beings or titans, whatever they have different names now. It's just like I feel like taking the humans away will take away from that scale effect, that scale feeling like you're watching.
That's true. You know what I mean? Like you have to have some kind of scale, to get a sense of how big these creatures are. Like if you look at the anime Godzilla, the second one with Mecha Godzilla City, there is no sense of scale at all. You know what I mean? And he's supposed to be the biggest Godzilla, You know what I mean? But you never felt that, especially when he was walking towards Mecha Godzilla City or whatever. Like he's supposed to be the biggest Godzilla to date, 300 meters, but you never ever felt that because he wasn't next to like a human building or anything like that. You just never felt that. You know what I mean? So, which was kind of it was a missed thing. You know what I mean? So, like I like the idea and stuff like that, but like, yeah, you want something scale to to see get a sense of how big he can actually be. You know, so yeah,
100% agree.
Yeah. So Isaiah, you're a soldier.
Yeah.
Does your experience as a soldier have any influence on the way you shoot, especially when using weapons for your Evangelion characters?
Somewhat. So there's certainly I'm not like too nitpicky with how I shoot like military characters or anything like that. But when when it comes to like Evangelion and posing them, I try to like what is it called? I try to distance myself from like military posing or anything like that because Evangelion is like its own thing. It's anime, it's a unique, organic, these different poses, everything that aren't like human like. So I mean, in some cases, like aiming maybe down the sights of a weapon, I kind of like maybe take that a little bit, but not much. The military has taught me, or what I know from the military, because the military has really transitioned to it. Now I can admit, like maybe like critiquing a movie, I kind of like that's the most that the military affects me because see the military are reacting in certain ways, and if you're in the military, you'll be like, that's not exactly how it would go. You're just like that. But I mean, I'm not like any crazy soldier. There's people out there doing way greater things than I am that probably get the better experience than me. So I'm just an engineer.
Oh, you are okay. So you're not infantry or anything like that then.
No, 12 series is like all engineers, and that's where I'm at. So we have combat engineers and everything like that, but I mean, not even they're pretty much infantry. They're only known for like explosives and demo, route clearance and stuff like that. So nothing too crazy. But I mean, we do attach with infantry. We just don't exactly do the same jobs as them. So.
Yeah. So how proficient are you with weapons? So since you're in the military, like I've never shot a gun, I never held a gun. You know what I mean? Wow. How proficient are you with a weapon?
I mean, so military asks a lot from you for like certain things. So my MOS, like I said, we don't focus too much. We have saw gunners, which is like the heavy 249 weapons. I know you probably don't know. I don't have a picture I can pull up. And then you have the M4s, M9s, and stuff like the usual. But I mean, I went to the range today. We go often, but not so often to where I'm like, I could, probably shoot a target, this far away perfectly. I'm not that proficient. We don't go to the range enough for that. But I'm stuck in a headquarters unit where, it's not exactly a line unit. And this is all terminology you guys probably won't understand, but there's a difference between headquarters and line. You guys do different things. Your tasks are a little different. But, I do practice as much as I can when I do go to the range. So,
yeah. So Alan has a question for you. Okay, so as a military engineer, do you have any intel? Like, is the military hiding and building any giant robots or kaiju body parts? Please tell us. You're the secret. Your secret's safe with us.
I wouldn't be surprised if Isaiah is the one deciding make a Godzilla or something.
Yeah, that'd be quite the thing. So no, there's a lot of, so once you're in the military, there's actually more than just I don't get all the secrets. We have actually different types of clearances and everything. You'll hear about them. You have like secret, top secret, unclassified. There's all these like types of things, and I'm nowhere near to where I'm able to hear about something like that. Like I have to be there in the upper echelon, maybe like a sergeant major, which is the highest ranking NCO in the Army, enlisted side. And then you have the officers, which is like a 4-star general. I will never be able to, unless I reach that point, I'll never know anything like that, unless they announce it or somebody leaks it.
Yeah. All right. So, Sasha Shimarok, question: how has your time in the military helped you stage your picks? Well, we kind of answered that already, but do you want to just?
Yeah, I can elaborate again in case you missed
Yeah.
it. So, depending on the shot that I'm taking, military hasn't really affected my poses because the things I take pictures of. What's going on, man? Things I take pictures of have like little to no like relation to military unless military is fighting it, and even then, it's like the scales. I don't have anything of that scale to really shoot to mimic military like poses or formations or anything like that. So not so much, but I do, take into consideration like what would be a realistic standpoint for that.
Freaking Alan. Yeah, we'll do. Yeah. Well, Isaiah is an honorary Titan Master already. So like when you come on the show, you are an honorary Titan Master already. So John Ruffin is an honorary Titan Master, and now you are, okay?
Appreciate that. That means everything to me. I said, the community has done so much good for me, and I wish I could do so much more for them and you guys itself. So I do appreciate it a lot.
You're welcome, brother. So, what camera do you use when shooting, Isaiah?
I use a Sony A6400, mirrorless or something like that. It's a crop sensor camera though, so it's like it kind of sucks sometimes because when I want to get like a wide angle, it kind of like, or no, say if I want to zoom in, it'll cut like half the scene. Whether if you compare it to like a regular, crop sensor camera, you can get like the full scene without sacrificing. If I wanted to zoom in, it won't cut out any of the pieces. So that's where it kind of like affects me in my photography. Is I want to get like maybe a close up of the whole thing, but I can't because the camera crops it out. So it's just like,
oh, I see. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, what is your area like? Like your setup area? What's that like?
Oh, it's messy. I'm not gonna lie. Like it is. I get so annoyed too because I shoot a lot. I try to shoot. For the time being, I haven't been able to. I've been actually slowing down on the page, but it's gonna start picking back up soon when I move into my house. But the area I have is a full room to itself. I have a table, and then I have a new TV because my TV broke because a light fell on it. I had to buy a whole new TV. Yeah. One day had a setup finished and everything, and then boom, light fell. Had to take the setup down. I was just like really upset about it. But I have a little Walmart. I think it's like 2 foot by 2 foot table on top of like a TV stand, but I have it instead of like elongated, I flipped it and turned it horizontally so it's like the TV can sit on it. And
okay.
the TV sitting lower than the table I actually shoot on because for some reason whenever I mirror my phone, we all know I use digital background or digital background. For some reason whenever I do that, like the screen cuts it. So the screen ends here, but the picture ends like right here. So if I don't have it lower, you're gonna see like the gap in between, which is super annoying.
Yeah. So let's answer this. So what's the next hot figure each of you are looking for? Let's start with you, Isaiah.
Oof. Man, I mean, quite honestly, I'm waiting for that call. Like, I literally, if like everyone's pre-ordering, I'm still impatient. So I'm very impatient. That's hence why I use like Buy E or like Hobby Search or Hobby Link Japan. Because I want these figures ASAP because my ideas are hot right now. So I want to get it in my hand ASAP. So Kong is my hottest right now. I don't care about any other figure right now. That guy again can go like lick a shoe for all I care for right now, or lick a boot. Want that Kong.
What about you, Patrick?
Mesco Ultraman, of course. I just got mine yesterday morning. I just paid the pre-order yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. We'll talk about that later if we get the chance. Yeah. What about you, Akira?
Yeah, I pre-ordered the Mesco Ultraman, even though I think it will look good. It will look better on hand. But the one I'm really looking for is the Mazinger Zero, the CCS toys.
I saw that $1,000 figure.
What? Oh, I haven't seen that. Oh, I don't really
It's
know
a statue.
What it is. Oh,
yeah.
It's so good. to be honest with you, like I think the shipping cost is gonna cost a lot, which is why it's like, it's about like I'm predicting it's about 1,000 because the shipping cost is gonna cost me a shitload.
Wow. Yeah.
Couldn't imagine.
For me, I mean, I got, Kong, of course, you know what I mean? But also, too, for me, that Ultraman from Mezco looks beautiful. But the one that I'm really eyeing, I skipped out on the Spiral Studios Burning Godzilla, but now Omega Beast is coming out with their Godzilla. And it's huge. It's bigger than the X Plus, and like it's from right here in Taiwan. Like I mean, the sculptor and that company is from right here in Taiwan. So I'm like, oh man, I'm so eyeing that. It's I can afford it, you know what I mean. But the thing is, like, I already have the standard X Plus gigantic Godzilla 2019. So it's like, do I really want the blue version of that? But it's differently posed and it's way bigger than the X Plus gigantic series, you know what I mean? But it just looks beautiful. I don't know, man. Like, but I'm honestly upstairs in my room, I'm running out of space for big figures, you know what I mean? So
I hear you.
Yeah.
I don't have any space anymore. I'm moving into my office.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. So Alan just wanted to acknowledge that he loves your picks, and that one that one of Godzilla knocking down Kong, that was an awesome picture, man. I'm inspired to do a shot like that too.
Oh wow, that means a lot. Yeah. I actually, oh man, I don't know if you guys have the issue, but do you ever like go back and look at the photos you just took and be like, oh, gross, terrible, bad? I don't even know.
All
why.
the time. Okay. That happens to me quite a bit. And like, I take a shot and I was like, okay, this looks good. And then when I post it later, I was like, I messed up. You know what I mean? That happens to be, you know what I mean? So, but you know what? Like, I mean, it's all part of the learning process and stuff. You know what I mean? Like everybody has their days. You know what I mean? So you can always go back to it. You know what I mean? And do a revamp. I mean, that's what I did. Like with my last Godzilla shot, that's a revamp. I did, the newspaper.
Yeah.
That's a revamp. I did that ages ago. You know what I mean? But then, like, I don't know, like it didn't get. I added some Photoshop effects to that for, you know what I mean? Because I was a newbie still, you know what I mean? But this time, it's all 100% tangible. There's no effect. There's no Photoshop effects and stuff like that. But the newspaper clipping, that is a tangible part. You know what I mean? So I just redid that. I wanted to do that again, but I'm planning on doing a newspaper clipping like with the other versions of Godzilla, just to make it different and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? I mean, you could always go back to your old work and just revamp it. You know what I mean? There's no, you know what I mean? There's no rules to that, you know? So
yeah, I reshoot every like sometimes I look at my old work like from 2 years ago. I'm just curious, you know, like what I can do better from it and all that.
Yeah. So Power Hour, Ultraman Z original and Ultraman Tiga SHS for me. Cool.
Oh yeah.
Also, I don't know if I said it, so thank you.
Yeah. All right. So so do you find what do you find challenging for you when doing a shot? What techniques are you looking to try, Isaiah?
So I was actually re-looking at some old shots, and I don't know. I miss getting just like the two single. What is it called? I think I've been focusing on the human perspective to the point where it's like almost annoys me to look at like just a Godzilla for myself. You know, I don't feel like I don't think I can do it right, or what can I make it like human scale? And that's been like my biggest issue lately. Is it's not only like finding new content or a new shot to create, but just like what angle, what could make it so unique. And I always it's just been like a real tough time for me lately. But I actually got a shot set up right now with some Evangelion. I felt like I've been neglecting him long enough, so I'm gonna start shooting some Evas again.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, me too. I mean, like sometimes like I've been, you know what I mean? Like I have to remind myself to break out of Godzilla. Like if I find myself like I'm doing Godzilla constantly, and then like I get into like this dry spell, so then I switch over to something else, you know what I mean? Like Superman or Transformers or something like that, you know what I mean? And then like I go back to Godzilla later, you know? So, but like I have ideas for shots that I've been planning for ages. I just don't get around to them. You know what I mean? And like I'm slow at getting around to shots that I want to do. You know what I mean? Like that one of the drop zone where, you know, like you did this shot, Isaiah, but with the NECA, with the you know the so I've been wanting that shot. You know what I mean? But like I was like you know, like I'm glad that you did yours with the NECA, because then I got to see how it looks, because my idea was something similar to that, you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, so then I'll use my gigantic, you know, and then add the soldiers in, you know what I mean? And I think that, and it turned out pretty cool.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I was just like, gosh darn it, I wish I could have thought of that earlier. But the resources, it's really hard to like create an image, because all the images I want, I don't have like the resources or the dioramas or like the accessories or anything.
Yeah, that's a struggle. Yeah.
Yes, that's the thing. For me too. I mean, like for superheroes and stuff like that, Transformers. Like I want to do more superheroes and Transformers and stuff, but I just don't have the parts for that I have in my mind yet. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. Yeah. So
I think, the same goes to me as well. That's why I keep switching. Like, you know, every now and then I'll do Kaiju or the robots and everything. Then I switch to Marvel or DC. Then sometimes I'll switch to even Kamen Rider. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then sometimes I go to anime, whatever that inspires me on that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
Go ahead,
how many
Patrick.
pictures do you have left? How many pictures do you have left before you go back to Indonesia, bro?
To be honest with you, I'm running out of material. But I think I can last for about 3 months.
3 months.
But I'm struggling.
That's if you post every 2 days, right? Every 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, every 2 days. So I have to slow it down.
Yeah.
Just get a new camera and
All
get
right.
new figures, man.
Yeah. All right. So do you, let's answer this question. Do any of you photographers use dioramas for your photography? Let's start with you, Isaiah.
So for most of my shots, it's so when I think of a diorama, I think of something that's completely made, that's staged and already like implanted, so you can't really adjust it or move it. So most of the time, no. I use I have to manipulate certain objects or things that I have to make, I guess, a diorama. But it's not like something, I have a few, but I barely use them, because they're like I said, you can't move them, you can't manipulate them or change them to whatever.
Yeah, they're fixed. They're fixed, right? So
I mostly use iPop design buildings for my shots, as you do as well. And I don't think you two have access to it yet, which sucks.
No, unfortunately.
Brian making that.
Yeah, but my buddy Jeffrey makes them.
Yeah.
And we've been collaborating a lot. So mostly, no, not mostly dioramas. Mostly just like things you can buy at like hobby stores, like trees and stuff. I like to be able to have full control over my environment that I'm creating. So.
Sure. Yeah, me too. But Patrick, he's a dio maker, you know?
Yeah.
Patrick, tell us.
Used to be.
Oh,
but
really?
the thing is that when it comes to kaiju photography, I think we use props more than dios, right? We got a lot of
Yes,
props,
that's
but
true.
very little dio, very minimal dio. Yeah.
Yeah. Even though you can, I mean, I've seen like if you look at his YouTube channel, he's made a lot of cool stuff, you know, for dials, for like Marvel Legends and stuff. Yeah, in the past.
I think though, it all comes down to when you first started. Obviously, you like when I first started, I used diorama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything's preset, everything is fixed. But then as we get better at creating scenes, and you get better at compositions and all that, we started using more of a what you call more accessories as opposed to fixed diorama.
Yeah, it's weird that we do that, right?
Yeah, you're starting to mix and match your diorama, so your set becomes 4 to 5 dioramas all at once, and you know what I mean? It resembles nothing like what the original diorama was supposed to look like.
Yes.
Yeah, but
go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
In a sense, to answer Akira, yes, I do dioramas, but obviously we have to use diorama to create a scene, especially when you do like your human size, your superheroes and all that. But when it comes to kaiju photography, then we just use buildings and all that. Not that much dioramas we use. We just use buildings, accessories. And, That's
Yeah,
about
we
it.
use pieces of props and we put it
Yeah,
together
pieces
like a
and props,
puzzle.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I quickly discovered that like when I first started making my first set of buildings, and I put on YouTube, and were from the styrofoam, and then soon after that, like a ton of people made videos, and that, but it started from that. I did that first, okay? The buildings, I did that. I thought of that first, okay? And I'll gladly say that. But anyways, I quickly discovered, yeah, not having a fixed diorama for what I'm doing doesn't work. I have to be able to move it around and stuff like that. So that's why I don't, for kaiju photography, the only thing that I would want is like mountains and stuff like that. But even that, it can't be fixed. You know what I mean? You know, I have to be able to take it apart and things. So yeah. So let's answer this question here. I think there's a question to break off topic. Thoughts on the Godzilla '89 movie? Isaiah, you go
98.
first. 98, sorry.
Are they talking about, if they're speaking of the American Godzilla?
Yes.
Yes.
It wasn't too bad to me. That was actually the first Godzilla movie I watched. Before,
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was that and then Destroy All Monsters. So hey, what's up, Mason? But yeah, I enjoyed it. Maybe it's because like I don't know, it was different. I don't know. I liked it. It was it's interesting to me. You know, it's a giant monster movie. I enjoyed it. People hate it because it wasn't like the original design, nor did it have like, atomic breath. But still, it was enjoyable. You know, people.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. It is a good movie, actually. It is a good movie.
Yeah. So
The chance.
so Patrick, do you think it's a good movie?
Well, I actually just watched it by accident, I think last month again.
By accident.
Yeah, it was playing on Netflix.
Accident.
But well, the thing is this, you know, the graphics and the CGI was really horrible. That is for
Yeah.
sure. But I think overall, but
It's
you know,
of
the
its
movie is
time.
actually quite
Yeah.
entertaining. Yeah, it's quite entertaining actually. Where the users, you know, what do you call that? They have these eggs and they have Godzilla was trying to eat fishes, right? They're trying to use fish to lure him out. Yeah, I think it was quite
Yeah.
interesting to see those things. Yeah.
Akira, what about you? What are your thoughts on that one?
To be honest with you, it wasn't that bad of a movie. I didn't get I didn't really get the hate. Maybe because of the Godzilla design by itself, but as a movie, I think that's not too bad at all.
Yeah, as a monster movie, it's a good movie to watch. But
Yeah.
as a Godzilla movie,
It's a crap
it
movie.
falls on its face because like you have this idea of Godzilla in your head, you know what I mean? And like it just doesn't meet the criteria, you know what I mean? Like they tried reinventing the wheel in my opinion, and they took the god out of Godzilla, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, I like the creature design, like, you know, like if you're like me that's been reading comic books forever, you know what I mean? Like DC does this all the time with their characters, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Different universes and stuff like that. Superman is bad in one universe, or Batman, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So there's different multiverses of superheroes and stuff like that, and they're always changing it around. That's the way I look at this Godzilla. It's just a different multiverse of Godzilla, you know what I mean? But some people just can't wrap their minds around it, you know what I mean? So like again, as a monster movie, it's a good movie to watch. But if you rename that movie to something else, not Godzilla, I think people would feel differently about that movie, you know?
Yes, yes.
I agree.
So, but I actually would like, I wouldn't mind seeing that one again. Like, I would like to see, like, if they could somehow incorporate this Godzilla into the MonsterVerse. That would be pretty cool. You know what I mean? Like, it was like a subspecies of a sub Godzilla species. You know what I mean? Patrick, what are you saying?
Yes, well, I was actually glad that I saw that movie because when I saw Godzilla Final Wars, I was actually so happy that I saw him appearing as an Easter egg.
Mhm.
I think that was very interesting to me, though, to see him appear out in Final Wars, right? He appeared in Final Wars, right?
Yeah. The Japanese, like they butchered them. Yeah. So yeah. What about you, Isaiah? What do you say?
I liked it. I think if they would, they made like the animated series, and they actually
Yes.
gave that Godzilla like the atomic green breath and everything like
Mhm.
that. If they would have went with that with the movie, I think everyone would have loved it. Quite honestly, because that series, the animated series, was honestly a success. I believe, even though it lasted like 2 seasons, I think everyone loved
I think
that.
it was 3. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite enjoyable. I really hope they make the. They had so much potential with figures there, and they just never made them. They never made them.
Yeah. Like I hope that we get an SH Monster Arts of that figure. I wouldn't mind. I would definitely jump on that right away. An articulated, you know what I mean? So yeah. So Mason agrees. Yes, the Velociraptor to Godzilla T-Rex. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah, so and Power Hour, man, I'd kill for a good 89 Godzilla figure to shoot with. Yeah, me too.
But
like I have the
Treadmasters.
I have the Treadmasters version, and like it's so I only taken very few shots with that because like there's just no there's only 4 points of articulation to that figure. I mean, my buddy he painted it up beautifully, you know what I mean, to match the movie, but like I can't get any posing to with that figure, so I barely shoot. I haven't shot anything with that figure since. That's the thing. Yeah. So, Alan says the marketing for that movie was good, though. They had billboards that gave you a sense of the scale compared to Godzilla. Yeah, I remember the campaign for that movie was pretty cool. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it was.
Yeah, they hit a lot. You know what I mean? But like I could tell like. This wasn't going to be our Godzilla, you know what I mean? But it's all right. So let's move on. Okay, so what do you find? I'm sorry. What's your favorite part of the setup, Isaiah, when doing shots?
Probably the lighting. I really like how what's it called? How you can use. So everyone focuses on a lot of posing and everything. But from what I've been learning from all the YouTube and like I said, studying cinematography, a lot of the scene is brought to life because of the lighting and the mood that given by the lighting. So I'm not really good at posing yet. You know, I don't really have the time to practice all these poses. So I do limited posing for the most part, and solely like the setup and coloring and the lighting of the scene. Which I need to stop doing because now I'm running out of ideas because I just do static poses and all that. But yeah, so I mostly focus and rely on the lighting of things. If I feel like something's not all right with it, I won't even post it. There's thousands of pictures I haven't posted because of that. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. For me too. I mean, lighting's my like putting it together. You know, watching it come to life, like the process of putting it together and then lighting it. That's my favorite process too. So, what about you, Patrick? What's your favorite part of the process?
I always well, the thing is that the way I shoot is very different. I always have this plan in my head, but halfway through the shoot, it will just keep changing and shifting into something else completely, and then I will forget what I had in mind at first. So I think that is the fun part for me, to always be so unexpected with my own plans. It always changes, man. Yeah.
I think that happens. Like I usually have ideas. Let's say I was shooting Ninja Turtles. Suddenly, I was posing around with the Ninja Turtles, set everything up, take a good picture, then I look at it. Nah, maybe Batman suits better. Ended up with a Batman picture.
Yeah. So, are you guys planning on snagging the Zilla from 9 Modelism working on? No, I'm not planning it on picking that up. Yeah, if I'm gonna get a Zilla figure, I want it an articulated or a Zilla articulated figure. So yeah, not me.
I'm bad to miss out on the Mutos. I really am. I was thinking like, man, that's just my stuff's gonna come around. Never happened. So I was just like,
no, they didn't. You know what? Like, there's a lot of missed opportunity with some of those figures. Like, like when Photon Collectibles, they came out with their prototype. I jumped on it right away. You know what I mean? And I'm so happy I got those figures. You know what I mean? So, I mean, they're the best that we can get right now. You know what I mean? So, but he's not making them. He's not making those particular figures now. He's focusing on something else. You know what I mean? So yeah. So yeah. Oh, that's a surprise. Well, yeah. All right. So okay. So which are your favorite figures to shoot and least favorite figures to shoot? So let's start with your favorite figures to your least favorite figures.
Man, I don't know. I like shooting Godzilla 2019 because he's so easy to pose. I haven't been shooting Avas because the Robot Damashi figures that I want to shoot are so like flimsy and they can't hold poses. Not the new ones. The updated ones are perfect, and I have no issues with those. But man, is it really hard? Like right now, I'm trying to shoot a scene with Unit 03 and Unit 01, and they don't. Oh my god, they're so like flimsy, and they move every little like adjustment I make. His arm like releases his neck. I'm like, dude, come on now. Makes one just pick it up and throw it, but I know. But
Yeah.
I love to shoot. Godzilla is easy to shoot because he's like there's not really many poses you imagine with Godzilla, because he's a big heavy monster kaiju, and he can only do so much. But like with Ava's and everything, as much as I love him, like it's really hard to get like Ava Unit 1 kicking or punching somebody without him like falling. And maybe I just need like what is it? You guys use like stands, like those little metal almost, or whatever.
I try making my own stands. I don't have like any like ACBA flight stands. I need to make my own because like I really need stands. Yeah, I need to. I need to make my own like that. Yeah. So
the thing is, I can't connect them really to any of my like Evangelions. I know you could use like this. What is it like that tack or whatever that stick? But that's trash. Like I don't know. Maybe it's just I have bad luck with like buying things, but like I tack it on and then I literally tack it on and I watch it just slowly come off and fall off. And
it doesn't always work. Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't work with the flight stand. You might try with the sticky tack thingy. I find it's better if you use those Tamashi stand.
Okay.
It's thicker, so you gotta know like where to hide it. It's a bit harder to hide it.
Yeah.
But if you can't put a flight stand on it, you use that.
Yeah, because I want to get.
But there is a hole here, though.
Oh, but but
sometimes you don't want to put it in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like, I have the Rebel Tech. Like, I have the Rebel Tech. The Kyoto Rebel Tech, I think it's called. It's under 5 inches. You know what I mean? That's the one I shoot like whenever I want to do a Godzilla versus Evangelion, and that thing frustrates the hell out of me. You know what I mean? Because like it's so flimsy and stuff that the head can pop off, and I'm like, oh, I just want to crush it in my hands. You know what I mean? But I just have to deal with it. You know what I mean? So like I don't want like whenever I'm shooting a character versus Godzilla. Unless if it's like one of those big bad characters like Destroya or Ghidorah, I don't want unless if it's characters like that, I don't want the other characters to be as big or bigger than Godzilla. I want them to be smaller because I want Godzilla to be the more imposing because it's Godzilla, you know what I mean? So that's the thing that I look forward the thing that I capture in like in a verse Godzilla anything, you know what I mean? So like especially with Pacific Rim. Yeah, like I see a lot of people like they get the Pacific Rim figures and stuff like that. Like Godzilla, I mean I'm not too sure about the scale. I mean Godzilla is supposed to be bigger than a Pacific Rim robot, but like like the figures themselves don't always scale necessarily well with the other figures. Like they like the Robot Spirits Gypsy Danger versus the SH Monster Arts. I mean that's not a perfect match for scale, you know what I mean? So like when I use that the Robot Spirits, I use my NECA because I think that's a more appropriate one, and then it looks more imposing. Like Godzilla's more the threat, you know what I mean? Yep. So yeah. So all right. So so favorite figure for you is Godzilla 2019. Least favorite figure is what again, Isaiah?
That's a hard one. Least favorite? Which one do I use the least? Honestly, I really hate that Mezco Kong. I really do. He doesn't do anything. He's completely almost used. He's cool looking. I give it that. So he's really good for stagnant poses. But if I want to get him like punching something, his arm only goes to like this far, and it's just like, dude, what was the point of buying you? Was it for the movie? But yeah, I really, it has so much potential, but it's so useless. No offense.
Yeah. So, did anyone break the knee joint? My 6-inch Mezco Kong is fine. My giant Mezco, holy shit, that thing what?
How did you do that?
So easily, man. It's just
the articulation is like garbage. I
It's
thought it was
stiff.
just
Yeah, it's stiff. Yeah, like with a figure like that. I mean, you really have to play on its strengths. You know what I mean? So you can't do anything crazy. I mean, the the best one is the NECA. The NECA one, like you can do all kinds of great poses and stuff. You know what I mean? But like the thing though is like I'm glad that NECA one came out because you can get better poses out of that Kong. So like getting the head from the Mezco and putting on the Kong, like it sort of matches. It's kind of tough, you know what I mean? But it kind of works, you know what I mean? Like in certain lighting and different lighting, like in different poses, it kind of works, you know what I mean? But like I don't really shoot with that Mezco Kong anymore, you know what I mean? Now that the NECA one came out, so yeah. So
come on, Mezco.
yes. So thank you. Yeah, Mezco Kong is a brick. Yeah. You're totally
It's
right.
a statue. It's a statue.
Yeah.
Same as statue.
Yeah, I get more poses out of that Kong, the Ace Toys Kong. I can get more poses out of that. That has no articulation whatsoever.
Which one? Say again.
The Star Ace Kong. You know, it's.
Oh yeah.
Star Ace.
Yeah. It's like it's a subsidiary of X Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a subsidiary of X Plus. You got that's the soft vinyl you're talking about, right? That one that you got? Yeah. Yeah, I skipped out on that one because like I already have the standard one, so I skipped out on that one.
I like that one actually because it's
No.
What has like the giant boat propeller. Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
I like
that one. Yeah.
Don't have anything, but I also like the one Harold has because it's just him go like, look at it.
Yes. Yeah. So, okay. So, Patrick, what's your favorite? Okay, so let's ask the other Titan Masters. Patrick, what's your favorite and least favorite figure to shoot?
I think so far the others are all okay. I think for Akira, I think he will understand this. The worst figure to shoot will be Ultra 7 because of the eyes. It's so hard to light his eyes up. Especially in the tangible way. So freaking hard, man. I hate that figure, man. Ultra 7 is the worst, and his head fins keep falling off, right, Akira? Yeah, that issue. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I put glue tech on top of the.
So you put a tag on his head. I think there's a worst figure to shoot, man, in the Ultraverse. I hate that the most, man. Ultra 7 is the worst for me, man.
No, I think there's the worst one to shoot when the eyes is white as well.
Mm-hmm.
That one is really tough to shoot because when you shoot, it's sort of, so you can't see the eyes if it's like in the bright scene. It's like together with it's like joined up together with the face and everything. So you see like a
because the most important part about shooting an Ultraman is the eyes. The eyes will have to light up. Yes, it's so hard to light up the eyes in a dark situation. It's really really hard.
There's a Mezco one,
which is actually
the Mezco one does.
Which is why we love the Mezco one.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2019. Although the tail is a little bit stiff. I mean, the tail on the 2014 I feel is much better. It feels better articulated. You know what I mean? Like the one on the 2019 is a little bit stiffer. But I like those ones. Worst figure for me is the SH Monster Arts King Ghidorah. God damn, that thing is so big and awkward. Like I love that figure. Like it looks beautiful, but like whenever I want to do a shot of that figure, it's like, oh God, I have to manage you again because it's just so like getting the heads and stuff like that get pops off sometimes and stuff like that. Like the wings. Oh, it's just such a pain in the ass, So
I rarely take. I don't even think I only have one picture with this guy. He is really annoying. Like the just the wings. They're just so flimsy and fragile. I don't even want to shoot with him because if he falls and breaks, I'm gonna throw him. So it's a guarantee.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So let's answer this. Shots of flying kaijus are absolutely miserable for me. How do you guys like to do those? I find it really difficult to communicate scale effectively with airborne kaijus. Yeah, those are pretty tough. I mean, I use the glass technique. So you have to like put on a glass and then have the camera, just below, you know what I mean, so that you don't. Can you guys excuse me, guys, because something's wrong with my dogs? Okay, just keep talking.
Okay, I'll just answer.
We got you.
So as Harold was saying, I use glass technique as well. And you just put props on it. But I put my glass is a little bit slanted like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you have the frame, right?
I have the frame, so if I do it slanted, so I can put like pieces of accessories on the bottom, and we shoot on top of that, so that gives it the scale. You can check out on my IG. If you remember, like I did the Gamera shot. I thought that's like one of my best shots.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite one would be your Superman one.
Superman flying Superman.
Yeah, you did a shot where Superman flying.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, more to come.
Shot.
Yeah.
Well, I have this issue right now. Lately when I use the glass technique, I keep seeing my figures get reflected on the glass.
Yeah.
But this only happened lately.
You gotta use
before
black. Yeah.
You mean black? What black?
You gotta use like the Godzilla, let me show you guys.
Yeah, I have no idea how to use the mirror technique. That'd probably give me a lot more to shoot with if I understood how to do it correctly. But the glass technique.
You just need more light at the bottom.
The bottom?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you mean shoot
it
from?
helps. It helps. So I usually put on the bottom because if there's more light on the top, then it will reflect, and you have to look as well. See whatever that is reflecting, you just move it away.
See this shot that I did?
Yeah.
This is the glass technique, So I was having that issue where like like the whites and everything was showing up and stuff like that. So what I did is that I took a black construction paper and I covered it all up, and then boom, that got rid of the of all the glares.
Cover which part? You mean what? Or on the sides or the bottom? On the bottom part?
The sides and the bottom. You know what I mean?
Sides
if you don't want any reflection, because I kept seeing like the sides, like because I'm using like these styrofoam blocks to hold up the glass, and I kept seeing the freaking white from that. You know what I mean? So then I grabbed black construction paper, I taped it to it. Boom, that got rid of it.
Actually, someone told me that you can get a filter for your camera, for your lens. That actually helps with the glare. I forgot what it's called. But that's really interesting. I haven't tried it yet. Might give it a shot when I get back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's the glass technique. I've shot some other ones with Rodan and stuff like that using the glass technique. Even like the 3 Mecha Godzillas where they're flying. Yep. Remember that one, Patrick? That's the glass technique. You know what I mean? So you just gotta make sure that the piece of glass that you're using, number one, it's strong enough to hold your figures, and 2, that it's clean enough. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you can see that it has to be clean. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you see those annoying lines and stuff like that. It breaks the illusion. You know what I mean? So if you do that, so yeah,
nothing worse than shooting in a glass technique. And you everything is perfect. Then you look at it, you review it as you're about to post it. Then you see like a little tiny speck of dust.
Yeah.
And you start thinking,
oh, that's so annoying. It's so annoying. Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah. So
but
like
that dust specks does make it look more Showa,
Yeah.
It has a very John spin.
It has its purposes in certain shots. You know what I mean? Like, but like for underwater, it's okay because then it can kind of look like the kind of that murky look or whatever, you know what I mean? So it works for that, you know what I mean? But like if you want like clear shots, like see this one right here that I did. So that's glass technique again, you know what I mean? But like I if you look closely, like on the tail of that Monosaurus, like there's a little tiny bit of reflection. I tried so hard to, you know what I mean, using the cotton and stuff like that, but like it just wouldn't cooperate with me and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm just gonna shoot it, and it just hopefully it's not that noticeable, you know what I mean? So I'll just just let it go.
You can't win them all,
Yeah,
sometimes
exactly.
Sometimes it's the angle as well. Just change the angle of the glass.
know.
Yeah, that too. You know what I mean? But like, yeah. So okay, so Isaiah, do you have a Grail figure?
Yes, these two are my favorite in my collection.
Oh wait, you finally got it.
Yeah, sure. You. I got the black edition, or I don't know if that's what it is. It probably isn't the best name for it, but yeah, I have the I guess the event exclusive one. I thought I
Yeah,
was gonna get the green and silver one, but this one ended up showing up on my doorstep. So I was like, oh, okay. But obviously, I love these two the most because it is literally the two favorite things I like to shoot. Literally, Evangelion, Godzilla, and then everyone loves Mecha Godzilla. I don't know about the design. This design reminds me of the Godzilla 1998, which I feel like everyone else does. But I still love it. You know, it's a dope figure. Looks cool. The articulation, I'm a little scared too because I spent a crap ton of money on it, so I don't really know how I want to pose it.
It's
Or
like a
risk it.
$300 figure, that one, eh? Right?
Yeah, so this one cost me about $350. I'll never do that again.
That's why I didn't jump on that figure. I mean, like for me, like spending 350, I would rather put that towards an X Plus. You know what I mean? So
I actually have that figure, but the original version.
oh, you do, eh?
I was trying to buy it from him, but it wasn't complete. I'm super nitpicky with how I collect things. I'm like, I want to support him, put money in his pocket, but I really want a complete version. No offense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Those
So a
are-
polarized
polarized
lens
lens.
filter.
that's
To
it.
reduce
That's
the
it. Yeah.
I need to Google this, man.
yeah,
I'm not aware. I'm not familiar with that. I'll have to. I'll have to look into
Apparently,
it.
it helps with the glare, so it should help with the glass, reflections. Should help.
Ah, okay, yeah. So
You guys try it first because I can only try it by next year.
yeah, that's all right. Okay, cool. So Patrick, do you have a Grail figure, Patrick? Not right now.
So
No.
far, I love them all, man.
Yeah. Akira.
No, I really need to stop spending.
Oh, no, Itachi is a pretty grail, I would say as well. Sorry, I have to add that. The Itachi, I really do like that. The land version.
Mm.
The what?
Yeah, my Grail figure is the gigantic X Plus Godzilla 2019 and 89. Those are my two Grail figures. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So as soon as I walk into my room, I look up and they're there, and like, man, it just I keep looking at that. You know what I mean? Like they're the biggest eye-catching things in my room. Those two figures. You know, so
I have this
Yeah.
problem, my grill keeps changing.
Uh-huh.
Every time I see something, it's like, oh, this is my dream, this is my destiny. And then tomorrow something shows up on Facebook, like, oh fuck, this is my destiny. It keeps changing.
That-
It keeps
that's what I
changing,
say. It's always the latest one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's always the latest one. Yeah. All right. So, Isaiah, what is your goal as an artist?
The goal is to inspire and help others tap into their creative side, because that's what you guys did for me. So I feel like it's best that I give back to the community in that way. And then my overall goal, like I said, is to one day create a kaiju movie of
Mm.
I think I would have a pretty good story. Obviously, we all know we're all pretty decent with composition, symmetry, angles, and all that good stuff. Something I've been studying, so I feel like I could give a different. I give my own spin or taste of how I would shoot a movie and scaling and everything. So that is my overall goal. But besides that, I love the community that we're in. The kaiju community has supported me since my page is just a wee little thing, and so hopefully we'll get back to it more.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, you're one of my favorite new artists that have come out. You know what I mean? Because like the the progression that you've had is like it went
That's
from
true.
here to boom to here. You know what I mean? So I mean, you've really come a long way. You progressed very well and things. So I mean, I'm proud. I'm proud of seeing. So yeah.
I mean, I have you guys to thank. I mean, I've got mentorship from literally everyone in the circle, and then obviously Brandon, who isn't here right now. But yeah, I mean, it's all been from you guys, and then now sprouting out to the community, I get inspiration there. But like I said, it was mostly you and Akira that were giving me the made meat potato things, and then obviously Patrick would always I would always go to Patrick and he would tell me, "You're good, man. You're fine. Just keep doing your thing."
Yeah.
But you know what? I agree with Harold. Like your improvement, your progress is just going straight to the top. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And like now you have your own style.
Yes.
Like if I see a shot, I know it's Isaiah's. As you said, you're more like you have this shot like it's very moody and like
Very gloomy. Yeah.
very gloomy. I
Yeah.
would say moody, not that gloomy, but it's like very like emotional, provoking, and like because he keeps shooting on a human perspective, so
yeah.
that's like his style now, and it's like it's quite different to our shots, you know what I mean? So I really like that, and like I was reading like an AC on ACA board the other day, and they were saying Mo Yasin's he made a Deadpool
Yo.
shot,
Yeah.
and how he was
Yeah.
saying type of shots that's gonna get a lot of likes, and
Yeah.
I think Mark Santos was saying oh yeah, you can add Godzilla in there, and I was saying nah,
Right.
kaiju we don't get that much like, and
No.
someone replied, I will always like what Isaiah put in, and I was like ooh.
That's just how it going.
And then someone
Groupies,
else
right?
mentioned, yeah, definitely, his and Harold's are the best. And I was looking, no one mentioning Akira anymore. What's going on?
Oh,
So
no,
yeah, that's how much Isaiah has progressed. You know what I mean? It's like that's really good, Isaiah. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Really proud, man.
I wouldn't be here unless I didn't have you guys here. So I can't really say it's all me because it's definitely not. I
Yeah.
do give credit where it is due. It is all you, all you guys. Feeding the me, mentoring me, and helping me out.
Appreciate it.
But
I
the
mean,
good,
that's why. Go ahead, Brian. Go ahead.
I mean, the good thing is that he listens. You listen. If I
Yes.
said if you ask me and I say, hey, you add this, you add this, you do this, you do this, he actually on the spot he just say no more, and he was actually doing it
Yeah.
within the next 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And like
Yeah.
I've given so many advices to other people, and they just go like,
They don't
oh,
listen. Yeah. Some people don't listen.
but this is what I do. This is what I do. So you just
Yeah.
like, yeah, you posted another thing which is the same mistake. You know what I mean? Then you start getting, yeah, okay, I'll just leave you alone for a while.
Yeah, I don't know why
Yeah.
people are so.
Always look back to this to remember where you came from, man. That is how I met you at that time, man. Yeah.
That was our first conversation. He's like, "It's
Yeah,
great
yeah.
picture, but that's not the right Ultraman." I'm like, "You're not the right Ultraman. How about that, Patrick?"
It is December 2019, man. December 2019.
Yeah.
Wow.
2 years ago.
That's funny. Yeah, I remember inboxing him. I think it was just like, or no, I remember saying that. And then go to his page. It's like, oh, there are different Ultramans. Whatever. He's probably right. I used to have that Ultraman fight Ava's, and it probably like destroyed you on the inside. Like, oh, scale. Oh,
Yeah. Cool. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, it really makes me happy to hear that, because like that's the whole point of why we started Titan Masters. You know what I mean? To basically help everybody up their game. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Because like when I started and stuff like that, there really wasn't a lot around. You know what I mean? So then like as I kept grinding more and more and more, you know, I got to know Akira, I got to know Patrick and stuff like that, and then we would bounce off each other and things like that. And then finally, like I was like, hey guys, let's all get together and let's do this, because there really isn't something like this in the community. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
then
yep.
they were like, yeah, and you know, I knew I wanted these two guys because they're the best. You know what I mean? And I wanted to work with the best. You know what I mean? So so yeah. So that this is for you guys, you know what I mean? So I mean, I'll confess something. When I started doing like when I started my IG account, I had no idea where this was gonna go. Like I progressed into toy photography, and like I got better. Like I could see myself getting better and stuff like that. But I wasn't looking to be popular or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, like I got a huge following. I got like almost at 12,000 now. You know what I mean? I was like, my God, how did I get there? You know what I mean? And then like at first I was like, I kind of didn't really pay attention to that. You know what I mean? People were like, oh, you know, man, you're my inspiration. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. You know what I mean? But my attitude has changed. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, you know what? Like, there's a lot of people out there that want to learn what I know. So, and I'm a teacher, so I'll teach them that. You know what I mean? And that's what I do. You know, we don't make any money doing this. You know what I mean? This is purely out of hobby, out of passion and stuff like that, and just out of sheer community. You know what I mean? So I'm really proud of what we've accomplished and stuff, and I'm proud to see people like you taking those steps and stuff like that. All right, so thank you for that, Isaiah, and thank the rest of the community. You know, so we're at an hour, so I'm having a lot of fun with this conversation. So let's get into some other topics now that we were planning. Okay, so let me just. All right, so this is your. Okay, so you are currently at. You're almost at 2,000. So you have 100. How many posts do you have? You have 178. I thought you had more.
So right now I have 181. I pulled it up because some things have changed slightly. So I have 1,125 followers now. So it's a little different. And then I have 181 posts. But a few of those posts were like just like talking about this episode coming up, and then a video review of the iPop design buildings that Jeffrey and I collabed with. But yeah, so my last real shot, was that Godzilla scene in Hong Kong, where he was entering with all the lights and stuff.
Yeah, cool, buddy. Yeah. All right. So, guys, check them out if you guys haven't checked them out yet. Okay, on Instagram.
Thank you. Right, follow.
Yes. All right. So, let's talk about this shot here. This is a really nice shot. Again, this is the glass technique.
Yep.
Right, Isaiah?
Correct. I have two glass pieces. I have one in the front to create, like, if you can kind of see, like, one's more in focus with the range of the stuff. But yeah, this is all oh my God, glass technique.
Yes. The one thing I could critique you on is you can see the little pegs. You know the
yeah.
You can see the little pegs.
Oh, I just noticed them.
Yeah. So that stood that. My eye kind of caught that. You know what I mean? So like for future ones, you might want to like angle it in a way. Yeah, hide it better. You know what I mean? But this is a really nice shot. I like it.
Exactly what I see. You're not oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Destroy yourself.
What about those little tanks? Where'd you get those tanks?
Those are
designs?
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta get some. I gotta get some from him because like it's hard finding like little tanks and stuff like that will scale well with your monster figures. Do you find that?
Yeah, dude, it's impossible. Like,
yeah.
And before I met him, all I would do was search these like these import good Japan websites, and all they would have is like certain vehicles. None that I was looking for, of course. And it's just like, I don't even know how they're gonna look or anything. But luckily, knowing him, you can actually conversate with this guy or Jeffrey, a buddy of ours, and talk through what you're looking for, and he'll create it and bring it to life. And that's why I really appreciate him and having that with him is somebody that was
So let's look at this shot. This is your Playmates Godzilla.
Yeah.
So, and you were saying the articulation on this guy is pretty crappy, yeah?
Yeah, it's like toilet bad. Like it's. I mean, I expected it. It's a $15 figure, and it's like big. So I didn't expect much. It's not. You're not going to get any SH Monster Art poses. So what I'm used to, it's you can't compare it. But I thought it's really great for scale. That's what I wanted it for.
Yes.
I used force perspective in this shot, and I felt like it turned out pretty decent. I look at it now, I'm just like delete it. But
Yeah. How did you what's the focus here? Is it the little figure at the foreground, or the people in on that
The bridge.
walkway?
so what? So before I posted it, the focus it was actually clear on the person right there in front of you, which was what I wanted. But after posting it, I don't know what changed or what happened. May have selected the wrong photo. It's blurry. And I go back and look at it, and I'm like, I'm just gonna shoot this when the SH comes out. This is just really like a placeholder. But
Yeah.
yeah, I was critiquing the hell out of it because I'm like, you could see the people on the little walkway fine, and which I didn't want because if you kind of notice, you could see like it looks like feet. It's actually that sticky tat.
It's
Oh, the
gun,
white
yeah.
And it's like it was pissing me off because I'm looking at it. I'm talking to my wife. I'm like, dude, you see this, right? You know,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. So no, the focus was supposed to be on the man here, his like the shock and awe that Mechagodzilla's in the city, but it ended up being like it was focused on the back. And I don't know, you can't see it when I look in the viewfinder.
Yeah.
Like it's focused there, but when I blow it up, it's posted on the computer. It's just like
Yeah. But it's still a good picture. I still like it.
I hate it.
Yeah. Cool. So let's look at another one. This one's beautiful. I like this
Thank
one.
you.
Yeah.
The
I've been
inspiration.
I did a shot inspired by this, like right after Godzilla King of the Monsters, but I was working from memory, so I didn't have any material to look back on and stuff like that. So like now that I've seen yours, it's like, yeah, I wanted my shot to look like this, but I was like working from memory, so I was like, okay, I can go back and see how this looks. This is very nice.
Thank you.
Yeah. But you know what? Like, what I would have done with this is the people, you know, because you can see the people, they're blurry. I would have moved it just a little bit to the side so like you can see them more. You know what I mean? So
yeah, Akira told me.
Yeah. But other than that,
But the content placement is very good, though.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. No, I agree. I was trying to, so I'm really like nitpicky. I was thinking the same thing, and that's what Akira got on me. He's like, you should move them over, as you said. I'm like, the movie, they were right there. I want to keep them right there. I'm super like weak with it. I do take criticism well, and I do mostly adjust, but like when it like comes to like movie, I don't know why I'm super weird with it. I need to stop.
One thing about that, Isaiah, let me stop you there for a second. I mean, yes, you do see that in movies, but as a toy photographer, you seeing it in movies is one thing, but as a toy photographer, you have to like it's the same thing I tell everybody sometimes, you know, like when they ask for opinions, you really have to decide, like, because this is a still shot, you know what I mean? This is not like an actual movie where there's motion and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So this is a still shot, so you really have to decide the best way to show this picture, you know what I mean? And sometimes even though what you see on in the movie is what it is, you want to capture that. In toy photography, it's not really. So that's why, like, even in my shots, I switch things around and stuff like that to best suit the shot. Like, as long as you capture the spirit of that scene, that's what matters more. You know what I mean? So not necessarily accuracy. Like that underwater shot of Godzilla, you know what I mean, that I showed you guys earlier. I mean, that's inspired from that scene. But like, if you look at the movie, you only see Godzilla from, you know, from his chest to his head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, you have to. But I want to see. But in toy photography, you want to see more of it. You know what I mean? So that's why I opted to show more of his body. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? So am I making sense on like what I'm telling you?
Yeah, I understand completely. Like, it is probably the hardest thing. So some of the times I don't even shoot because like like I said, I'm mostly inspired from like scenes from shows and everything. Like even this Evangelion shot I have set up right now, I almost like completely trashed it because it's like I want it to be anime accurate. I don't want it to be Isaiah accurate or, you know, Kaiju.Pu accurate. But I do need to deviate from that because that is affecting my creative side a lot.
Yeah.
Focus too much on like how can I make it look like what it came from rather than this. But it's the process I'm going through right now.
Yeah. Because if you look at my my Godzilla, you know, the one with the halo drop, and I got the two figures. I mean, that's not the Godzilla 2014. That's 2019. But
Yeah.
so what? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's the thing. You know? Yeah.
Yeah,
But this is a beautiful shot, man. Yeah.
I reckon make it more accurate, more like the movie accurate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Make it more you. Put yourself into it more. Yeah.
but I really love this shot, by the way. I say like this shot,
Yeah.
especially the dust or the debris effect that you do at the back as he was going through.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah,
well
it looks
done.
very
Actually.
natural. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks
It looks
very
very
nice.
natural, and I know how hard and how much effort you put on that because I can never do it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you guys could.
Yeah.
You guys could
No,
do
I
better.
can't. I don't have the patience with
Like, with
polyester
cotton.
or cotton.
Oh, it can be a pain in the ass sometimes. You know
It's
this,
a
right,
pain in the
Isaiah?
ass,
It can be a pain in the ass to work to manage. Yeah.
Yeah, I had.
Yeah.
You should see. I have 60 shots before this, but what I had to do.
What?
Yeah, I had to pull the polyester closer so that it was out of focus, so it made it look more like
That's
the.
true.
So I had to bring it closer to the camera, so it's out of focus. You can't see like the individual like strains of like whatever it is.
Yeah.
But that's about
That's why that's why I said like I noticed how that must be like you spend a lot of time doing this because those little strains are the one that either break or make or break the illusion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everything here looks really smooth because that's one of the technique that with polyester you don't actually want it to be in focus.
Yeah.
It's a-
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And this shot.
this shot I say this shot is a spoiler, man.
Hey, the trailer, right? There's this trailer inspired.
Yeah.
I actually want to redo this shot. Looking at it, there's a lot of like issues I have with it. Started
Mhm.
with the little left hand corner with like the. I just wanted it to be debris, but it's just like now I look at it. Brandon putting this out. Those are like obviously containers.
Yes.
I hate looking
Yes.
at it now. So I'm
Yeah.
actually probably gonna redo this shot coming up. I'm gonna wait for the SH figure because the Mesco is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Mushroom.
I was actually I have the Giant Kong, the Mezco. I've been wanting to do
That'd be perfect.
this shot, but with the giant size Mezco. So I'll work on that later. But I'm gonna do it outside. I'm not gonna do it inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta
Yeah.
ask you this, I say, because you posted this before the movie came out, right? Like how the hell did you get it right? Even the person, man, one little kid and one man and a female. Like,
I
how
think
did you
there's
get
a
that?
1 second moment from the trailer. I think.
Yeah, like in the trailer, they show this
Yeah, there's a
shot.
1 second
Oh,
slight
really?
moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went back and screenshotted it. It took me like 5 minutes to get the exact shot that I want to screenshot, and then from there it's just like, all right, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I must have missed it because when I watched the movie, I was like, wait a second. Have I just got spoiled by Isaiah?
No, I don't like to post spoilers. Nor do I like getting things spoiled, so I tend to stay away from like stuff like that, or try to at least. But I'm sorry, Akira, if I just spoil the movie a little bit.
Nah, I'm kidding. Because we were talking about like how most of our shots gonna be old shots gonna be spoilers anyway. Because there's so many there can only be so many things you can do with like Kaiju
Yeah.
coming into the city.
Sure. Yeah. So let's look at this one. I really like this one here. This
Yeah,
is nice.
that's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, like, technique again. I used the that little osprey is from the King Ghidorah, I think.
Yes.
When they came out. I wish.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. I have that one. Yeah.
And then the buildings are obviously iPop. To make the building on the left, I actually had to combine two iPop design buildings. One flipped upside down, and I stuck it with the
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Really
it
clever.
was, destroyed side.
Cool.
Yeah.
And how did you get the osprey like that? Was it glass technique or did you use a wire?
Yeah. No, so if you look right under it, that little white, that's actually the tack. And it just blends so well with it.
oh,
But there's a photo before it where it's kind of slightly tilted up, and you can see the tack.
Oh, I see.
I slightly pushed it down. I took it, and then I thought I was like, no, screw it. It's the best I'm going to get.
Yeah.
If you can see,
It looks natural.
there's like specks. I don't know if you can capture it here, but there's actually like little specks from the glass. I'm a little embarrassed, but
Nah, it's okay. You can't. It's hardly noticeable. Yeah.
But that's
And
the
you
thing,
opted for the
though.
NECA. Well, not the SH Monster Arts for this one.
yeah, I personally like the head sculpt on the NECA. It's like as you can see, it like I don't know what it does. It looks like poop, maybe like the detailing design on the regular like basis, looking at it only in your hand, but
Mm-hmm.
it absorbs light so much better than the SH. Because look, you can barely see like the creases or the individual. Like it looks like to me, I'm not trying to like brag or anything, not
Mm-hmm.
me, but NECA, I felt like you can't see the seams. Like there's almost like zero seams that are noticeable. So that's why I like this figure. I'm actually gonna get it customized. I think
Mm-hmm.
I want the teeth to be more accurate and everything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing. The one thing. Even like on my 12-inch tall Godzilla 2014 is the teeth. You know what I mean? So like, I modified mine to so for it to have more teeth and stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, I agree. You know what I mean? Like, NECA for some reason, like they could never do teeth right. Yeah.
Man, it doesn't seem like they forgot that that little fleshy piece of the mouth that bothers me.
Yes.
It's missing it.
Yeah, I agree. Me too. Yeah. So let's move on. Okay, so let's talk about posing. I mean, we've been talking about posing pretty much already. So, all right. So let's look at Patrick. Patrick, you want to take us through this
Oh boy.
one?
Oh, this is a very old photo, man.
Yeah.
I think this was before I actually learned about the blue lighting technique that Brian has spoke about. If it's if it's a night shot, it needs to have like blue tint around it. This was way
Yes.
before when I found out
Yeah.
about the blue lighting thing. So it looks too bright in a night setting.
Yeah. Yeah. But
It's a
the
very old
posing
shot.
is nice. The angle that you got a Dutch angle going. This is pretty
Yep.
cool.
Is this
Yeah.
considered vanilla? Is this what vanilla posing is? I'm not too exactly sure what that is.
No,
Vanilla
vanilla
posing
is actually
is just standing.
Yeah, it's just a figure
yeah.
standing, doing nothing. You know what I mean? But
Oh,
yeah, that's what you call vanilla posing. I don't really do vanilla posing. It feels weird for me. So
yeah. Okay, I understand.
yeah,
I'll go
yeah.
with
So this is Akira's. This is the glass technique. This is beautiful.
This is the glass technique. So this is the one I was talking about. So here I had to watch out for, because when it's a glass and you lay your figure on the glass, it's really hard to pose
Sure.
naturally. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like,
Mhm.
so I have to find the angle, and I have to make uh even the expression, the mouth just opening up, and like the hands, it's as if like Gamera just started to fly and it's about to, like, he's just like
Yes.
popping out in this, like, he's coming at you kind of thing. So I was
Yeah.
Mhm.
aiming for that. So like, as if you're seeing like an opening of the movie where you see like he's just starting to fly out, coming through the
Yeah.
screen and all that. So yeah.
So
And
for night shots, Brian, can you tell everybody like what colors you're using for night shots? A shot like this.
so for night colors, I usually use RGB light. So I will use like an accent of sort of like a blue mixed with a greenish light.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna start.
And then obviously you need a white light to offset it. So I keep
Yes.
telling people that if you do color lights, red or blue or whatever, you always need a white to help to neutralize everything. You know what
Yes.
I mean? Because I don't know if you guys find it, but if you use red light, it's harder to focus. Most of
Yeah.
the time, your subject will
Yes,
blur.
yes. For some reason, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why we always need the white light, and also to make it more natural.
Is
So
it
in
like
this case,
soft white light?
yeah. So in this case, yeah. I try to make the pose look really good, and sort of I use the use of shadows to hide all the what do you call it, the joints. So if you look at it closely, you can hardly see any joints
Yeah. I
in that
Yes.
pic.
Yeah.
when I
Yeah.
first saw it, I thought it was like a statue, and you just like
Yeah.
pose.
That's
Yeah.
actually that's actually an Monster Arts
Yeah.
genre.
All right, so
Oh boy.
This
let
one's
me
nice.
walk you through this one. Yeah, I've been wanting to do a Kong hanging off a building for a while and things, but like if you look, but I'm gonna admit something to you guys. There is a stand here, but it's edited out. You know what I mean? Because I don't have proper flight stands, like ACBA flight stands or anything like that,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean. Like the way he's hanging up, like I tried to use like a thumbtack, you know, just for Kong to be holding onto the building, just to hang there and like using his leverage and stuff, but it kept falling over. You know what I mean? And I spent like I don't know 2-3 hours on this, and like I just couldn't get this guy to stand. I couldn't get him to
Bro.
hang. So finally, I had to try use like a flight stand, but like.
Harold.
I didn't want the flight stand in the shot, so I tried to move it, but like when I did that, like I was losing the pose that I wanted for the figure, you know. Patrick, what were you gonna say?
Yeah, Harold, you need this, man.
What is that?
Gardening wire, actually, you can just cut it out. So
Uh-huh.
with this, instead of the tag that you're using, this
Uh-huh.
is actually a very thin layer of bendy wire. So you can
Uh-huh.
use this to like tie your figures up, and then you can just hold it in that
Oh, I look at that.
position.
Ah, okay. That's good. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
so
would
you
have
can just
came
tie it
useful
here.
for me.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. I don't have see it's stuff like that I'm talking about, you know, like sometimes like you want to do certain shots and stuff like that, but you just don't have like the means to pull it off, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like for this, like I was trying to I was even trying to hide the stand, you know, within the buildings, you know, in
Yeah.
the background, but it was turning up, so then you know, I had to edit it out, and I got dinged for it by the Grandmaster Simon Hill.
Um,
Yeah, in the comments. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I got dinged for it. You know what I mean? So like that's why like whenever I do shots now, like he expects so much of me. I was like, okay, like I'm always thinking, how can I? What would Simon Hill do in a shot like this? You know what I mean? How would he hide the freaking stand? You know what I mean? Because like, you know what I mean? Like he's the one person like I look out for, because I don't want to get dinged by that guy for some reason. You know what I mean?
To be
man.
honest with you, because when I first started, I kept asking, you know, he's sort of like my mentor. Like I ask Simon a lot of things.
Yeah, he's my
What makes
mentor
a good
too.
picture,
Yeah.
and what can I do to what should I watch out for? That guy really is really detailed. You know, like when he's
Yes.
looking at the picture, he'll be going like. Usually you'll be thinking like, that's okay. And then he goes like, no, I can see the peck hole. What's wrong with the peck hole? It's the toilet. No, get rid of it. So he's looking
Yeah.
at things like that. So, but it helps you. So it helps you too. So when you
Hmm.
start doing your composition and all that, you start being aware of those things. Like, okay, Simon is gonna get pissed. Simon is gonna comment on this. Better not.
Yeah,
We
for
better
sure.
not change it. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. So for the helicopters in the back, I just used a glass technique tack, put the helicopters right against the wall, against the glass, and then I got a light to mimic the sun, and then I have the aerosol spray, so I just sprayed aerosol on the light itself to give it that hueish, you know what I mean, that
Yeah.
cloudy look and stuff like that, and I think it turned out nice. You know, it doesn't really
Very
look
nice
like a
actually.
lamp anymore. Yeah. So.
I thought you were using a screen.
No, yeah. All right. So this one's yours, right, Akira?
This one is mine.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one is just really on posing. So
I like the
um,
colors.
I keep telling people as well that if I give advices, people ask what about posing. I keep saying like you have to exaggerate it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Try exaggerate it and like try it on yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror, um, and then exaggerate that as opposed to your figure, and because that's how they do it in the comics. So you want to see that,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So you want to, in this case, like I really want to show that Taro is really hitting like really hard, and he knows what he's doing, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So like his torso all moving up, like like on the right places, and
Yeah.
hands is fully straight and all that, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like sense of motion is there. And even
Yes.
the guy getting whacked, the head is like the head is getting whacked and going in the right direction of the punch.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that we always watch out for in ACBA is always the line of sight. A lot of people miss that. So I
Yeah.
have to make sure that Taro is actually looking at the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, and
So
like making it look organic is important. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
like some people that when they do a shot like this, it's just like there's something off about it, like the way like the arm is or the leg is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you really got to think about anatomy. So yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
this is
posing makes your picture like it's basically like 75% of your picture. If your
yes.
posting is sound, then yeah, it's gonna be a great picture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So let's jump ahead now because we're at an hour. We're at an hour and a half now. So let's just talk a little bit about the toy news now before we wrap it up. Okay, guys?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So let me just jump ahead here. Where is it?
Beautiful.
All right. Look at the. Oh wait. Oh wait. Let's talk about this guy first. Okay. So I don't have an SH Monster Arts Gigan. I do have the Bandai Vinyls Classic Gigan and Final Wars Gigan. So I'm looking forward to getting this guy. Isaiah, what about you? Yeah.
I might pick them up because I feel like they're gonna release the Godzilla. Hopefully, I feel like with the teaser, not even a teaser, but just with the accessories itself, I feel like it's hinting towards something. Yeah, right there, perfect.
If you look right there, yes, you see that one on the left.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're hinting that we're getting a Final Wars Godzilla.
And I would be 100% hopping on that if that is the case.
Yeah.
Wait,
So-
isn't there a picture? Isn't there a picture on the other side, like Godzilla getting? There should be.
Yeah, like in the movie, he shoots his hooks and then like he wraps Godzilla in it. You know what I mean? So like if you look
There's
at this
another-
picture right here, go ahead.
I saw a picture of this complete version. There's a Godzilla in there.
Really?
I've seen it.
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
I'll find it and I'll send it. I'll send it on our chat later. I'll try to find it.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know about
Yeah. Yeah, but like I like that accessory, that eye laser accessory. That's pretty cool. That's new.
Finally, we got like
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I
I hope
think
it's
this
not
guy's gonna
attached
be
to the
pretty
price.
expensive. He's gonna be like $150 or something like that. I think.
Yeah,
Is
he's
he?
he's quite pricey.
Yeah.
I thought the
Yeah, it's
accessories
pricey.
were better.
Yeah, just because of the accessories and things. So.
I've got the old one, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, if you got the old one, I don't know. I mean, the one thing that, from what I understand, is that he's getting like the hooks and stuff like that. Those are new. That didn't come with the original release.
No, it
and
didn't
that
come with the
eye
original, yeah.
laser. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I mean, if I honestly like if I had the original one, I probably wouldn't jump on this one. You know what I mean? To spend like $150 on a figure just to get the accessories, that's asking for a little too much, you know.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
I understand.
yeah. So now look at this, guys. I mean, I'm excited for this. Like, remember 2 episodes ago, I was talking about. I wonder if they're gonna make the eyes light up, and they're giving us light up eyes. Like prayers are
As well as the
answered.
timer. As well
Yeah,
as the timer.
as well as a timer. Yeah, and these buildings, they're breakaway buildings, man. I mean, that's exciting.
Yes,
that's
breakaway
really exciting.
buildings. Yeah.
That's crazy. The
Finally,
amount of
man.
accessories it's gonna have. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And you're getting a lot, you know what I mean? Like you're getting all those hands, you're getting those accessories and stuff. You're getting like a second head, but like with eye lasers. I had no idea
Yes.
that Ultraman could do that, Patrick. He could
To be
shoot
honest,
lasers from his eyes.
to be honest, I didn't know as well. I didn't know as
He
well.
uses it, but not that much. Hardly uses
Oh, I
it.
see. Okay. Yeah. What about that little spinning one? You see where his hand he's doing this one. There's like a little spinning one. What's that?
Again, I don't know what is that as well.
You're trying to make it up.
I'll be honest with you. Ultraman has so much moves Then it's impossible for like
Yeah, it is like the
there's so
old
many
Superman,
effects that they're
where
doing.
he can do so many things that is so impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
Uh,
he can do so many things that you so like wait a minute, I didn't know you can do that, and you only do it for like one episode. You can hardly remember what you
Yeah,
can do.
yeah. The okay. So Power Hour says the Ultra Attack Ray is the ring ones.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, cool. All right, so let's move on. Did you see this from what's it? This is Mezco.
Yep.
These are little 5-inch figures, and it's a box set. These look
But
very,
you
very charming.
but you know what that means though, right?
What does it
That
mean?
means the 112 version is coming soon because they started like with the 5 point with Ultraman as well. When they when they
Oh,
first announced it,
yeah.
the Ultraman was 5 point articulation as well. So I'm thinking,
Oh,
is this the way that they're gonna tease us? That we're gonna do the 112 version.
that's insane.
We're
That's
so
crazy. Because like I've always wanted see that Godzilla. I've always wanted that's a 1968 Godzilla.
Mm,
Destroy all monsters and classic Rodan and Anguirus. Oh man, I'm looking forward to this. And if they're gonna give us and if they're teasing us 6-inch figures, SH Monster Arts better watch out, man.
yeah. They got some competition. No man, that's just been lacking lately, man.
They are lacking, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like there's so many figures that people want and stuff like that. You just keep doing the wrong ones, or they just keep going back to reissuing ones. I don't know, man. I don't know what their game is. Yeah. So, but yeah, man. I mean, I really like this Godzilla. You can interchangeable head and things, even with Rodan. This looks nice.
Yeah.
I mean, for these kind of figures that this small, I mean, you can get like really nice landscape shots. You know, like in the Showa era, you get like when you're watching those movies, there's like a lot of shots of the monsters fighting out in the background, and you got like this really nice landscape. So you
yep.
can get like those really nice landscape shots of with these monsters.
yeah.
So you'll really have to play with force perspective. You know what I mean? So with these figures, yeah. So these look nice. I'm looking forward to getting these. Any of you guys getting these or what?
I think I may, just because.
Yeah.
After I see the review first,
Yeah.
I might, but we'll see because the monsters will work with Ultraman, I think.
Yeah, they're Showa
skill
era.
wise, right?
Yeah.
Skill wise, right?
Yeah, they're Showa eras. Like look at that Manila.
Oh god, that thing is ugly. All right, I'm gonna go out and say it. He's cute but ugly at the same time.
Yeah. All right. So moving on. These Bandai figures. Are you guys interested in these?
What
No.
are
The thing is, that I've seen the real thing before. The paint job is very horrible, you know.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
paint
the
job is
paint-
kind of horrible.
Yeah.
these? It is a software.
I'm not.
right?
Yeah.
This is yeah, these are like the movie masters, I think. I can't remember, but
Yeah.
they're from the Singular Point anime.
All right.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I like
unless it's articulated.
yeah, I like the Anguirus, but that's about it. I don't like the other two. Yeah,
It would look cool maybe as an SH with the posability, but besides that,
yeah.
The Jet
Look,
Jumper.
okay, that I still think it looks horrible.
But here's the thing: he has alternate legs. Is what I.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he gets alternate legs. You know what I mean? So I'm waiting to see how that figure looks. But like this Godzilla, like I'm not in a hurry to pick up this Godzilla figure. Like I'm waiting on SH Monster Arts to give us their version.
They'll
Yeah.
give it to us for sure.
Yeah, they have to, right? I mean,
They have to.
yeah.
They have
If
to.
they don't, I
things,
mean,
though.
God, yeah.
It's the whole point why they make the show, isn't it? To sell the toys.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Alan is not a fan. Yeah. Or Al Tyler, not a fan. Yeah. Yeah. That's all right, man. All right. So now, oh,
Oh Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Look at this. I mean, I have 2 Gigantics already, and I don't know. I think I'm gonna pass on this. Are you guys interested in getting a gigantic series Godzillas?
I've,
No.
Not yet.
to be honest with you, I've always wanted to have one, but I don't know where I'm gonna put them, man, with all my robots and all that. Oh,
Yeah. Look how
because
it's
like
beautiful
the
though.
problem with Godzilla, like it's not just the height, it's the
Mhm.
width as well because of the tail.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Oh,
takes up a lot of real estate. That's true.
yeah. So
Yeah.
like I don't know, like I've always wanted one, but
Yeah.
I reckon it'll be very hard for me to shoot anyway. I have to
When you
Yeah.
have
upgrade my
a
set.
then we'll talk. But when you get
Yeah. Like if I jump on the Omega Beast Godzilla, I'm definitely gonna skip this guy. You know what I mean? But I really like it though, man. I mean, it's the original. You get the Rick version comes with the cannons and stuff, man. But I know my buddy who's 2 blocks away from me. He's gonna pick it up. So like, if I ever want to shoot with it, I'll borrow his. You know what I mean? So
That's cool. It takes a real man to let you borrow something like that. You know,
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
trust right there.
Yes, sir. And I don't know. Look at this. I like this one, but I have no idea if it's a gigantic series or not.
Looks
But
like a statue. No?
it is a statue. It's an X Plus figure. I don't know if it's a gigantic series or like a 30 centimeter. No idea. But like, I like this figure. But again, this will be an easy pass for me.
Yeah, same.
You know?
I don't really collect the X Plus because they're more so of like. I feel like they're specifically meant for like those who collect.
They're static pose. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
static poses. You know what I mean? Like you really have to get. Like I have a few X pluses and I've shot some X plus. You know what I mean? But you really have to get creative with when you want to do shots. I mean, I like my X pluses and stuff like that. But like I'm very choosy about like buying which X plus I want. You know what I mean? I'm not crazy for them. Like there's like a ton of people out there. They buy every single X plus. I'm like, God, I don't know where they find the money to buy all that, man. Because those are 300 plus figures. You know what I mean? And man, you know what I mean? Yeah.
We do have very expensive hobbies.
Yes, we do. Yeah, especially this one. I mean, I like this one, but I'm gonna pass on this.
Same.
Yeah.
Very cool though. Very cool. I like the details.
It looks beautiful though. Yeah, it looks really, really nice. Very movie. In my opinion, it is movie accurate.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
yeah. Oh, my dog. Anyways, all right.
That's all right.
This is what I was telling you. The Omega Beast. This, Jesus, look at this. $2,000, guys.
Is the price in Hong Kong dollars or is it in USD?
USD.
Bloody hell,
Like
man.
here in Taiwan, that's cheaper because proximity. You know what I mean? This is made in Taiwan, and the company is in Taipei. I could go pick this. I could go pick this up right now for maybe half the price of this. You know what I mean? But it's because of the proximity and stuff like that, shipping it overseas, especially to the States, an easy $2,000.
Oh God. No.
Yeah, but it's huge. I mean, this is the one I was telling you guys about. That's the Omega Beast version of Godzilla 2019, and there's the gigantic series Burning Godzilla, and look how much bigger it is.
Whoa.
You're gonna need a whole room dedicated for that guy. That dude's like a human.
So it's it's like a baby.
Yeah. Child.
Bigger than a baby. And look at, and he's working on King Ghidorah too. That'll go with that figure. So imagine how gigantic this figure is gonna be. You know what I mean? That I'm guessing that Ghidorah is gonna easily be a $4,000-$5,000 figure, easy. You know?
Man, how would you even take pictures of that? It's just too big.
Yeah, you need a lot of space for that. I mean, you have to go outside.
Either that or you turn your bedroom into a studio.
Yeah.
If you have a big enough bedroom, number one, you know what I mean? Like if you have like a warehouse studio, I think it'd be fine. But yeah, but like just even to get a background, there's no TV big enough for that or a cutout. What I would suggest, like, if you're gonna do that, projector.
Yeah.
get an HG projector and things. And actually, I've been thinking about getting an HG projector for that. You know what I mean? For my bigger figures.
Same
So
here.
I'm still debating whether I'm gonna get an HG projector for my X Plus figures and stuff like that. You know. Yeah. So, how big is it compared to the Spiral Studios? It's bigger, Mason. This is bigger than the Spiral Studios. Not much bigger, but bigger. Yeah. So,
I haven't seen this next to any Spiral Studios. I've only
yeah,
seen it compared to the X Plus.
yeah. And look
This
at this.
is beautiful.
This is beautiful. Like I wish. I know. I don't know, man. But look at this. I mean, you're an easy $2,000. I mean, but it looks beautiful. Look at that, man. Like. I want this, to be honest. I want this. You know what I mean? But I can't have this and I can't have the Omega Beast. Like it's gotta be one or the other. You know?
I definitely like the color and the specs of it, like it lights up and everything. Yeah, I could I can imagine like some forced perspective shots you could take with this.
Yes. Yeah.
But
it would be very awkward though, you know what I mean? Because it's just so big. Look at compared to me, it's the size of your upper body. You know?
yeah,
So
but it is beautiful. I definitely like it.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah. All right, guys. All right. So, guys, how about we end it there, guys? We're at an hour and 46.
40 points. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything to add?
Just
That's it.
huge thank you. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Cool.
It's
Yeah.
been great chatting with you, Isaiah.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally. Oh my God, it's finally
And
great to hear and talk to you and response. Rather than text messages and delays.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Congratulations again, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations on your new on your baby.
yeah.
When is the baby being expected?
It's funny. So the baby's due date is a day before my wife's birthday. So that's
Wow.
I planned it perfect. Early birthday present. Yeah.
Alrighty, cool, yo. All right, so for the people remaining in the chat, thank you so much for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for chilling with us, guys. All right, guys. So be sure we'll be back next month at the end of May, the last Saturday of May. We're going to be doing another live show, and we'll probably bring out another special guest. So stay tuned for more news on that. All right, guys. All right, guys. So do you have anything you guys? Do you have anything else to say to add on before we leave?
Yeah, if you guys have any questions or whatever, you can just DM us or use the hashtag, and don't forget to to tag your shots, your Kaiju shots with hashtag TM Toy Picks.
Yes, right there, guys. Okay, so to tag your shots with TM Toy Picks. If you guys would like some extra feedback on your shots or whatever, we're not gonna roast you guys. We don't do that. Just use the hashtag AskTitanMasters, and then we can give you guys some tips and pointers and stuff like that. Okay. All right, guys. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, guys. Isaiah, Patrick, Akira, stay on. Okay. So I'll end the broadcast in a few moments. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time. Bye-bye.
See us.
Bye, Jaya. See you.